Hey there, everybody. Thank you for joining us again. I'm back with Curt Soloff. Hey, Curt.
Hey, Bashir. How goes it?
It goes well. You told me you played an interesting hand at the club recently. Can you
I
set this up
did.
for
Yeah, absolutely. I was at a local club. It's actually the club where I played my very first duplicate game, the Kansas City Bridge Studio, and was able to get over there and even make a game date with one of my longtime excellent partners that I don't get to play with very often.
us?
We had a competitive auction
Yeah.
that ended up being a pretty interesting hand. So I thought you may want to give it a shot yourself.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing it with us. Folks watching along, you guys can sit in the hot seat with me. I haven't seen this. We'll make our decisions together. Luckily, we have our wonderful teacher to make sure we don't go too far astray. All right, Curt, let's get
Yeah,
to it.
and hopefully we won't end up telling people, "Hey, do as I say, not as I did." Right. So what happened? And we see that nobody's vulnerable on this hand.
Okay.
Uh, and we
Oh,
or you are sitting in fourth seat, which you are holding the hand that I held
okay.
at the club. And so I guess the first thing to think about here is your partner overcalls a heart,
Yeah.
and what kind of raise would you be inclined to give here?
Oh, wow. Well, hey, that's a nice fit. Now, um, yeah, so, right. No one's vulnerable. We have four, so we're guessing nine total, but we're really weak.
Yeah,
Will
this
we,
is a
will we
hand
take the
that
left,
we would.
or, do we think because how weak we are, we want to keep things low?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly is mostly about the fit, and especially when you're not vulnerable, and it's going to depend on your methods too, right?
Okay.
How do you and partner raise majors in a competitive auction? Do you have a weak four card raise available, or are you just stuck with a simple two heart bid? So for my partner and me that we're playing on this day. A jump to three hearts is preemptive.
Okay.
Now, this hand is kind of right on the edge, right? It would
Yeah.
be sort of upper end weak hand if we think of weak being like 0 to 6 points.
Mm-hmm.
Could be maybe a very lower end mixed raise, which is more of a constructive raise, but with specifically four card support, right? We
Mm-hmm.
usually think of the mixed raise as more like 7 to 9 points. So you're kind of on the fence here.
Okay. Maybe a little more shape or something, but we could go either way.
Yeah, well, I thought that three hearts was appropriate. I figured, hey, I'm allowed to have a maximum for my weak raise, right?
And it
But
makes their job, it makes the opponent's job trickier. Um, so if we're on the fence, let's see what happens.
that was certainly the hope. The hope with this hand is that there are two ways to win, right? Maybe partner has a good hand
Yeah.
and may even be willing to bid a game in hearts opposite a
Uh,
weak hand.
yeah.
Or if partner has a more minimal overcall,
Yeah.
maybe this hand belongs to the opponents. Maybe the opener has a very good hand. Now, we didn't hear from South yet, right?
Right.
South wasn't able to find a bid after partner's overcalls. So,
Hmm.
well, at our table, unfortunately,
Hmm.
Three Hearts did not keep North out of the bidding. And North ended up bidding those clubs at the four level.
Yeah.
Soloed four clubs here. Not a care in the world about the fact that South had nothing to say.
So what kind of club, what kind of length in clubs is, and what kind of strength is that bid telling us?
I mean, we've got to think this is a pretty long, strong suit, right? And I would think that there has to be something outside as well.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds very much. This is a kind of unilateral bid, right? It's a one suited hand. I think if North wanted to keep other strains in the picture, then we might have heard a double instead.
Right. Just say
But it
partner.
looks like North is not looking to keep spades or diamonds in the picture, saying that this opening hand is all about the club suit, I guess.
Hmm.
Well, partner undaunted does bid a game, and now this other opponent springs to life here
Oh, wow. Okay.
and bids 5 clubs. So who who's making what? This looks like a sacrifice, doesn't it?
Are we sure we don't have two decks mixed up? Like, um,
Yeah,
gosh, all right,
sometimes the way people bid, you think there have to be more than 40 points in this deck.
right, exactly. All right, so they go up to 5 clubs.
So I'll tell you that what I did with your hand was I doubled. Now
Okay, good.
you may not be inclined to do that because you say, well, I don't have a great hand, but you are at the upper end of your preempt.
Hmm,
Now we're probably not cashing many hearts on this hand. You do have an
right.
outside card, right? That Queen of Spades might be useful. And
Uh-huh.
partner did voluntarily bid a game, right? I mean, if partner had a minimum overcall, then
Yeah,
wouldn't we have just seen a pass after 4 clubs?
right.
So why did I double with this hand? Because I
Yeah.
didn't really want partner to bid 5 hearts, right? And so double here sometimes is
Hmm.
just to say, hey, we probably, I don't know if we're taking 11 tricks. We might just need to settle for defending 5 clubs here.
Hmm.
So that was my thinking, and I went ahead and penalized the 5 club contract.
For a, do you know at other tables if we had passed here, if it went back to partner, how many partners doubled or did bid up to 5 hearts?
That's a good question. I do not know what happened at other tables on
Okay.
this hand. Um,
Well,
I
once we see the full deal, maybe folks watching can weigh in on what they would do, both sitting west and as east if west were to pass after this 5 club bid. All right, Curt, I like it. Let's go for the excitement.
All right.
Although it makes me scared that even this ace won't be a winner if partner and I have so many of them and they're so
That's a
confident.
legitimate danger, and that's something to think about. Anytime that you have a big fit, that you may not be cashing any tricks in your suit.
Uh huh.
So the funny thing is,
Oh,
all of
all
all
right.
of, all of this talk about the competitive auction, and the
Yeah.
reason that this hand intrigued me was actually because of the defensive concept that came up on this hand.
Yeah.
So partner led our suit, led the king
Yeah.
of hearts. That should be from a sequence, right? King, queen,
Yeah.
probably jack as well, most likely. And we see that 3 hearts show up in the dummy. So we know right off the bat that North has a singleton or a void, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're not cashing more than 1 heart. We might
Yeah.
not cash any hearts.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, what are you going to do at trick 1? Are you going to let partner win the trick, or are you going to win the trick? And if you do decide to overtake the king of hearts, what will you do at trick 2?
All right. Well, yeah, folks watching, pause the video. You can take the time that I wish I could take now, overthink this. Leave a comment. Let us know how you would think through this choice. Um, well, it makes me think. Yeah, since we're not going to win another heart trick, win it with the ace. Send something back to make to play through North. What would I send back? I don't know. Maybe a diamond.
All right. So this is a really good thought process. I thought maybe I'd catch you off guard here on this one, but
There's still chance for that. We still have a lot of time for that.
yeah, I think this is an excellent idea. Where are partners' points? Partner voluntarily bid a game uh, without the ace of hearts, right? So partner's points are somewhere. Are they in the diamond suit? Does partner have the ace of spades? Well, if partner has the ace of spades, that card shouldn't be going anywhere, right? And I suppose if partner did have the ace of spades, the compelling reason maybe to overtake and switch to a spade would be to try and get that queen of spades set up.
Mm,
But if declare is short in hearts, then probably North has a few spades, and whatever spade tricks we have aren't going away. And if North has the ace of spades, I don't really want to find the queen for them, right? Let them figure out which defender has the queen of spades,
right.
because the king, jack, and 10 are on the board, and this could be one of those two-way finesses where they have a guess, right?
Uh-huh.
On the other hand, the diamond suit is pretty weak. Partner could have very good diamonds. And now, if we leave partner on lead and the heart wins the trick, partner can probably safely continue a heart, right? And just let declare rough. But if
Mm-hmm.
we're really being a good partner, what if partner has some broken diamond holding? King, queen, or king, jack, or ace, queen, something like that.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be a good idea for us to make life easy for a partner and
Yeah.
lead the diamond through declare, as you were suggesting?
Mm.
Seems like a pretty good thought to me.
Cool. Well, gosh, I'm so happy that I didn't embarrass myself there. Can I ask about one other option? If declare only has one heart, um, is there any chance? Well, I suppose dummy doesn't have much chance. Dummy's balanced hand uh, doesn't mean cross roughing is too much of a possibility. Would we ever want to lead a trump here?
I don't think so. That would be an extremely passive thing to do, and there are
Mm,
situations that would call for that. You know, letting making declare do the work and not giving them any help.
yeah.
Um, but what I'm a little worried about here is that if partner does have some broken holding in the diamond suit, for a while, yeah, we could be passive. We could lead hearts, at least as long as there are three hearts in the dummy. As
Hmm.
long as there are hearts in at least one of the two hands, we could keep leading hearts and be passive that way and make them rough. We
Hmm.
could switch to a trump, but at some point, what I'm a little worried about is partner ending up on lead and
Yeah.
being stuck and having to give declare a trick.
Right.
And what I really have in mind
Yeah.
here by overtaking the heart and leading a diamond is to
Yeah.
get started on that process of keeping partner from getting end played.
Wow. All right. So already thinking ahead to that, and I suppose we're also realizing this might be our only chance for any sort of active choice. This might be our only chance to send something to partner. Um, I guess we'll see what happens with this. With this.
Yeah, we may never get the lead, right? So do what we can now, right? Now it's possible we'll score that queen of spades later, right?
Uh huh.
We might get in with the queen of spades and have another chance to lead,
Yeah.
but that is far from a guarantee.
Okay.
All right, well, so let's do it. We'll overtake,
Send a diamond back.
send a diamond back, and you have
Huh.
led the top of your doubleton here. By the way, this should be an attitude card. Hopefully, partner can read the six and recognize that you don't have a diamond on her and aren't asking partner to lead it back. If you wanted the suit returned,
Mm,
then play a small spot card, which would be attitude for, hey, partner, you are safe to return this suit. That ends up being important here because partner is going to end up scoring the jack. And then this is what happened at the table. Partner continued a heart, which I'm
mm,
sure he knows is getting roughed, right?
right.
But that's okay. If it were safe to continue diamonds, if partner had all the diamonds, then I think we would have just seen a diamond continuation. And so what ended up happening here And this is now partner doesn't have any clubs, so we're going to get a this would be a signaling opportunity. I
Mm-hmm.
suppose if I gave a standard encouraging signal, if we were playing standard carding, I could play a big diamond here just to say, "Hey, partner, if you get the lead, keep those diamonds going." I like that.
Send it back.
And so, yeah, Declare has a small nuisance to deal with. But this is exactly what I was getting worried about. Notice what Declare does here after drawing Trump.
Mm.
They go ahead and play one more heart. And what Declare is trying to do here is strip the hand out, hoping for an end play.
Mm. And for folks watching, once we see all four at the end, once we see all four hands, Curt, maybe you can just diagram. End plays are tricky to understand. Once we see all four hands, maybe you can explain exactly what that means when we're looking at all four hands.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I was very disappointed, I will tell you, at the table that Declare got the spade right because Declare opted to lead toward the king and then play me for the queen of spades and finesse that direction.
Mm.
So that guess could have gone wrong, and we would have picked up another trick. My hope was that since I had bid the hand preemptively, that Declare saw me show up with the ace of hearts at trick one, and then I was hoping would therefore say, "Oh, he probably doesn't have anything else," and then play my partner for the queen of spades. But it was not to be.
Now, did I make a mistake there? Should I not have covered with that queen?
I think since we're looking at the 10 in dummy, then I don't think I would cover there, right? Because you can see the 10 is getting promoted. So I think I would smoothly play small and who knows, maybe Declare decides to overtake the ace.
Right. Make Declare have to guess between where that queen is.
Yeah, and in the end here, we did get all of our diamonds because partner had everything except for the king, and we were able to get the maximum set here, taking 3 diamonds and a heart.
Wow.
And look, this was very disappointing, and I was worried about the result on this board because, as you see all 4 hands, we do make 4 hearts. We lose 3 spades, but that's it. And all we need to do is finesse that king of diamonds with the opening bidder, and we don't lose a diamond. So we see that partner actually had a 2 suited hand here.
Right.
So what would happen if, to get back to your question about getting in played, if we don't get a diamond through early, then Declare could do the same thing, right? Clear out those hearts by roughing, strip out the spades, and then playing diamonds for the first time. Okay, so partner wins that jack of diamonds. Declare could just, play a diamond to the 10 or something like that and let East win the jack. But what happens now? Now East could be stuck and either have to lay down the ace of diamonds, setting up the king, or perhaps giving Declare a rough slough, and one of the diamonds goes away.
So by taking care of setting up 2 suits and then sending the lead back to the defense, it puts East in a horrible position that no matter what East would do, Declare will be in the position to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I mean, left to playing the diamond suit herself, Declare would always lose 3 diamonds on this layout, right? With ace, queen, jack all sitting over the king 10.
Right.
And so that's what Declare is trying to avoid. And it was a good effort by Declare. It was a savvy attempt to try and get us to break the diamond suit, say from the east side, or give a rough slough. But we were able to take all the tricks we had coming.
Did what do you think it would have made a difference? The mistake I made of covering the jack with the queen. Most declares, do you think would they end up playing the ace, not knowing where the queen is, or might that have been another trick there, which we had the chance for?
Well, I mean, once Declare plays a spade to the king first, rather than playing the ace of spades from hand and then leading
Yeah.
up, it looks like Declare has already at that point decided to play west for the queen.
Okay.
So you're probably a dead duck there. But as long as we don't touch the spade suit earlier on the hand, as long as we don't lead it,
Yeah.
then we can let Declare guess. When we look at the position, is Declare always entitled to all three spades and no spade losers? Yeah, on the layout, Declare is entitled to that, but that doesn't mean they're going to get it right every time.
Right. We could let them make a mistake there. Curt, what a cool hand. What a wild auction. And thank you for, especially, the first two tricks, our decision there makes such a difference. Plus, how you were already looking ahead. I'm in awe of how you're able to look ahead from the very beginning of the card play to think, what do we need to do to avoid being end played? It's really like my learner's brain is just in awe of your ability to do that.
Well, it's something that takes a lot of work to train yourself to do. I mean, how many of us are thinking about trick 7 or trick 9 or something like that as we make a decision at trick 1, right? But I think hopefully a takeaway from all of this is that as you work on your defense, as you become better, stronger defenders, one of the habits of good defenders is trying to think ahead in the hand and ask the question, hey, could my partner have a problem at some point on this hand? And is there anything I can do about that now?
As always, so helpfully put. Curt, thank you for guiding us through this tricky hand, for sharing this awesome hand with us. Shout out to everyone at the club where Curt played and Curt's partner. Thank you guys for being a part of this story. Thank you, Curt.
Indeed. Thanks so much.